Well, hello. We are all turned on. That didn't come out the way I meant it to. We are all live and everything's working and turned on. More clarification required. Welcome everyone to Friday Night Live. It's Fishy Business, our weekly delve into God knows what. Last week we ended up talking about mobile phones and hot hatches of the 80s and 90s. So, where we go tonight? Who can tell? I hope you're all well on this freezing cold day here in, I was going to say sunny Sheffield, but it's snowy Sheffield. It's barely popped above 0 degrees today, so it's been bitterly cold. I've had to put on 2 pairs of socks even in the fish room just because the ground gets a bit cold. So, wherever you are, I hope you're well. I hope you've settled in. You have a tasty snack and beverage. GB says, hi guys. Hello GB. Hi from Sweden, says Hans. How you doing? From a cold California, says only Oscars. I bet it's not as cold as it is here. California doesn't do cold, do they? Does that mean it's just like you're considering putting on a light jumper? Juggler, nice to see you. And Agata Goss, hello from NY. Hello. Lisa's in. Lanks Fish Keeper from a Baltic Preston. Yes, Baltic is how I definitely would describe this. -4, says Ross, in a seriously Baltic Edinburgh. Yeah, I think we are currently at, where's my thing? -1. So, not quite that bad. Mark, nice to see you. June's definitely not turned on. Sorry, what can I say? I try. It's not that sort of live stream, Juggler. So it was just my mouth gets ahead of my brain sometimes and starts to say things. Silver Surfer, nice to see you. Nightbot, hello. Am I late? You're not late. I was just on time, and I know that's not normal. Lee from a freezing Bolton. I can imagine. Yes, it's here in the UK. It's taking a turn for the cooler, and we have a breakthrough moment, a watershed moment, some kind of moment of epic proportions. I have my first ever beer not bought at a supermarket. I went to a proper beer place, proper in inverted commas, where they had all manner of weird beers. So it's very bright. I don't know if you can see this, but this is Little Critters Brewing Company. This is the Sabertooth Sabro and Brew. It says IPA. And I'm going to tell you the complete truth. I saw the word brew there. My brain made an association with Iron Brew, which is, the drink from my homeland. I went, oh, an Iron Brew flavoured beer. I'll get that. And it wasn't until my brain engaged sometime after I bought it that it went, no, brew's not, that's a type of hop. So this is a modern American IPA hopped with some of the best new hop breeds, Sabro and Brew 1. So, it's vegan friendly as well. But it's a local brewery, so it was like a local beer shop. No, that's not true. Well, it is true. It was a beer shop that it was kind of local to me, but selling beers from the local area. So all tonight's beers, I've only got 3 of them, so let's not get carried away, are from local to me breweries. So this is first Sabertooth. It is 5.8%, so not too bad. Made in Sheffield. £4.50. I've left the price tag on all of them because I thought buying local that might be cheap. Well, I definitely got a whiff of something there. Not sure quite what it was. I try and do this so as you can see the pour so people can laugh at me. I feel very overexposed tonight. I don't know if I've done something different with the camera. There we go. That's not hazy enough. It's not a strong smell, but it smells quite fresh. Simon Litchfield, nice to see you. Dangerous Dan. slight tangy aftertaste. Well, I could drink that. Oh, it's very nice. That might even go up. I might have to get the spreadsheet out again and add this to it. Reminds me of something, but I don't know what. But yes, cheers everyone. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. -3, says Simon in Preston. Blah. Aquarium Delirium. I do like that name. I wish I'd thought of that. It's like there's another channel called Dramatic Aquatics. I think they're up from your neck of the woods as well. Must be a thing for people from the northeast to have genius ideas to name their channels. Don't tell me Preston's cold. I've got to drive down and spend tomorrow standing around watching the agility. It's cold everywhere. And snow tomorrow apparently is forecast. We had some snow yesterday or the day before or during the night, but yeah, it'll be cold. A chilly Cornwall, +1, but getting colder. +1. I haven't drank Iron Brew in yonks. I like to get a can of Iron Brew or a bottle of Iron Brew every now and again just to... I didn't even drink Iron Brew that much when I lived in Scotland, but it's one of those things that makes you feel homesick, or when you do feel homesick, you have a wee can of Iron Brew. It's quite nice that all my kids like Iron Brew. They think it's a bit of a treat. So occasionally we'll get that in as a treat, and it always makes me feel very Scottish. A -3 Merseyside, says David. I thought of special... Brian says, tell the truth, Graham, you thought of Special Brew, not Iron Brew. No, my hand on heart initially went straight to Iron Brew. I didn't even consider Special Brew. If I had thought Special Brew, that would have probably put me off, because I did have a can of Special Brew once, and it was not a nice experience. For those of you who don't live in the UK or don't know what Special Brew is, it's like... what do they call Special Brew these days? It's like I would call it a super strong lager that tastes of something. I need to get 10 minutes into the stream before I can say. It's like treacle. A full-bodied lager beer, and it's best served shared, i.e. it's so strong, don't drink it all on your own. I've never seen that, a drink best served shared. Don't have a whole can. Where's the alcohol volume of it? It's not that bad actually. It's only 7.5% alcohol. This is what, 5.8, but some of the other ones I've been trying recently have been like 8%. God, have I turned into the craft beer version of sitting on a park bench drinking Special Brew? Hosting a podcast on a Friday night just so I can drink really strong beer. It'll be cold. Preston will be cold until next May. You best wear some thermals. Freshwater ichthyology, nice to see. Cold in Bristol, yes. Cold everywhere. I think we've established it's cold everywhere. +2 t-shirt and shorts weather, exactly. -4 in Fife. I love the snow, being Scottish. Snow equals kilt weather. I've been getting abused by my son because I put a hat on to go out earlier. It's like, aren't you meant to be Scottish? Why are you wearing a hat? I don't think he really understands the negative thermal properties of the old bald coupon. Susan, hello. Hello, Brian. Just checking in. I've got this vision of you both sat on the same place on different devices, logged in. This is doing wonders for my YouTube rating and algorithm. Interesting you say shorts. So Simon's saying, interestingly you say shorts and t-shirt weather, as that's exactly what the postie was wearing this morning. There are just some people who refuse to wear any more clothes than shorts and t-shirts. I see them all the time, and even in the snow. Some folk are there wrapped up with like 7 layers, and then you'll just see some guy in flip-flops and shorts like, I don't get it. It's just mental. Any good shops in Preston if I have to take the car for a run to keep the phone battery charged? And the heater's on, you mean? It's been a while since I've did that. Been over Preston Way. Where's... It's Pier in Wigan. That's Pier Aquatics. Wigan. How close is Wigan to Preston? I'm not very good with this kind of thing. It's that general area, isn't it? It's half an hour away. That's probably worth it if you've got a couple of hours to kill. As Rebecca's saying, is Pier closed? Or Pier, you know what you mean. Say no to snow, says Hayden. I quite like the snow. Hello from way over to the left. Hello everyone, says Nabokov. Nice to see you in. No snow in Bristol, just rain. Yeah, snow's been limited to the Midlands north, hasn't it, so far? There's a Liverpud lane called Aquatic Fanatic. Yes, I know. I just like the alliteration of it all. I thought I was being clever, going with Aquarium Adventures, AA. Not realising Alcoholics Anonymous, Automobile Association. Oh well. It's a bit more than 20 minutes away. Oh, it's only 30 minutes away. And if you're South Preston, it might be even better. I look at Iron Brew and not sure if it's safe to drink. It looks toxic. You just insulted an entire nation. Right, where do we get to? As a reminder, Graham does have the calendars for sale for a charity drive toward 2 charities. We've posted some of the details on Discord. Got a button for everything now. What's going on for ARCOF? That's the Amazon Research Centre for Ornamental Fishes, which is one of the charities, and the Freshwater Life Project. Yes, and big news. Didn't time that very well, but ta-da! The calendars have arrived. They are here. Da-da-da-da-da-da. They arrived in the post today. So, we'll be getting these out early next week. So, if you have pre-ordered one of these, they'll be coming to you very soon. I'm now going to demonstrate a calendar. It has all the months, all 12 of them. And within all those 12 months, all the days. Little spaces to write in your loved ones' birthdays and special memories and events. It could be a fish auction. It could be your granny's birthday and other things. So, here's all the pictures. They've all got photo credits of whoever took the photo. You might see yours in there if you submitted one. This is literally man turns pages of a calendar. Well, you get the idea. That's it. So they're in stock now. So if you go onto the website now to buy one, the pre-order, the pre is redundant now. They're actually here. You can get this hanging on your wall, fridge, bedroom, wherever it is you put these things. I apologise for the whole situation here. I've been doing stuff. But yes, so there will be links somewhere. Go and check out the charities themselves, because I think they are worthy causes. They are doing good things and they're in their niche, so should be supported. I've been on with Dr. Awesome on his live stream, having a chat with him. I'm hoping to get him on here at some point, tell you a bit more about the work that they're doing, because they have got a big milestone coming up. They're opening their public aquarium down there, I think, aiming at early January. So it really is making a difference, and I think it is a good cause, and you get something for it. So it's not just give money, don't get anything. So thanks to the goodwill of Phil over at Elite Logos for You, who makes my merch that you can't see. makes my embroidered merch that you can also buy if you want to. He's made up these calendars FOC. I've edited them, put them together. You've contributed the pictures for them. Got them printed out. I will post them out. And you get a thing and do a nice thing. And if you're that way inclined, it's tax deductible. What more can we say about that? So, there will be links. Go and check it out. If you want to know more or ask more, join the Discord. Say, what's this all about? How do I get one? And someone will come and help you out. Probably me. That's all the shilling we need to do. Other stuff is available to buy as well, but you know. That's it. I was excited about that. I love it when these big boxes come through and it's the goodie bags from Phil where you get the calendars. So getting to see something that you hold, to see something that you've made digitally, it's nice. So, family, friends watching this, wonder what Graham will buy me for Christmas. I'll put money in the pot, but you know. The only good thing about Special Brew is that it doesn't taste any worse on the way back up. Special Brew is what gives the homeless their superpowers. Well, it does have a warming quality, I guess. That's one good thing to be saying, yeah. More importantly, please share the fundraiser links. Yes, if you don't want to give, share. So if you're in any fishy groups, Facebook groups, forums, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I say this every now and again anyway. Go and share my videos. That would be nice. You don't have to do that. Just say, there's a fundraiser going for these two good causes. I was chuntering away oblivious. I may still now be chuntering away oblivious. Am I back? I might be back. I don't know. I didn't do anything. It just died. I did get your message, Rebecca. Thank you. I did notice it was broken, and I was all excited that I got to use my special button. But I don't know what happened. My internet's been pretty good recently, so maybe it's just been too cold. That's what it is. So let's rush through everything we had to say. Buy some stuff. Please buy my calendar. Please give money. There are... I can't remember where all the links are. aquariumadventures.co.uk. Go to the shop, go to merch, you'll see the calendar, you can give there. But there's also a GoFundMe if you can't be bothered with this whole calendar nonsense. Pardon me. Oh God, why won't you just sign in when I tell you to sign in? Verify your bloody number. The internet's getting too secure for its own good. It's annoying me now. 35. Share. Copy. Someone's beat me to it. Oh, Nabokov beat me. Yeah, that's the GoFundMe. Anyway, that's all that stuff. Go and buy some stuff. Great causes. I don't know where it cut out, but stuff's going on. Give some money. Feel happy. Done. Right. And I was apologising because I'm a bit cramped in because I've been busy this week. Those who know will know this is at my actual desk where I do my actual job and my actual work. And I have over here all my computers and stuff, which... Big brain thinking how my servers, my computers and everything in the fish room, contributing heat to the fish room. And that has largely worked out quite well. But I ran out of space, so I got myself a Black Friday deal of some extra hard drive. This is going to be riveting stuff, people here. There'll be folk here going, what? This is a Fishy live stream and he's talking about hard drives? But it was exciting for me. I don't know what I'm talking about now anyway. So I've been upgrading my server. This is my server. It's called Dave. It's not got a name. But I'm now the proud owner of 12, 24, 36, 45 terabytes of data in my server now. But I didn't have enough space to transfer from the old drives to the new drive, so I've just had hard drives all over the place with cables dangling everywhere. And very slow transfer rates, so it's taken me the best part of a week to transfer all the data across, so I've just had to have it sat here. So yes, that's... And I've not had a chance to put it back there without breaking everything again. So, where did we get up to? Sorry. The Grinch stopped his giving. Yes, it did. That's how cold it is in Sheffield, indeed. Alex G in the house. There's another thing. If you want to, if you think my mega tank's big, go and check out Alex G's aquarium. I watched your latest video on that one. He's got it's going to be a saltwater aquarium, but still, it's enormous, and it's been quite the epic journey to get to the point that he's at the moment. I am back. No, Simon, that would not be funny if you just pretended it was still frozen. How are the discus doing? The discus, touch wood, are doing okay. I'm expecting the fry, which are still there, to go free swimming tomorrow, I think, if I've worked that out right. Tomorrow or Sunday. Yeah, they gave me a little bit of a fright because they moved them from one side of the cone to the other side of the cone, because I think they just got fed up of me poking a camera in their face. So if you haven't been watching, I've got a breeding pair of discus. You can just about see the dildo there. They've been laying for a while in a community tank, but I've moved them into their own little breeding tank to see if we get any action going. And yep, we've got valid fry. They are way into the regular stage, getting decent sized, and then they disappeared. I was like, oh, bugger, they've eaten them. Because that happens. Thinking, oh well, here we go to next time. But no, they had just moved them round to the side. Because I'm always very wary, especially with a new pair, about doing stuff, because they can, in my experience, which is very limited, they can just say, and I know I'm anthropomorphizing here, but it feels like they're saying, no, it's too risky, we can't raise kids in this environment, and then they eat them, because that's obviously better. Whatever the fishy version of that conversation is. So I like to keep my hands out of the water, I like to not do water changes, I like to not wipe the glass or anything, so it's getting a bit murky in there with the algae building up and stuff like that. But I was just trying to, because it's the first time, I'm leave them to it and let them get on with it. The water parameters are fine, the water quality is good, that's not a problem. But yeah, I thought they'd eaten them all, but they had just moved them round to the back. But now I can see they've gone from that little shimmery regular stage to barely connected and getting a lot bigger, so they've probably doubled, if not more, in size. So next day or two, I'm expecting them to go free swimming, start feeding off the parents. The parents are getting nice and dark in preparation for that, so touch wood, all going well. There's the links for anyone interested for the GoFundMe. Extra hard drives, yes. It's quite sad to be so excited about hard drives. Yes, I've gone from 12 terabytes to whatever it was, 45 terabytes of storage. Which, yeah, that's right, I think. Yeah. WD or Seagate, I hope you mean 3.5 and not those newfangled SSDs. No, I'm not a millionaire, I can't afford the SSDs, so yes, it is good old-fashioned mechanical drives. But it's just for TV shows, movies. Well, it's my Plex Media server, it's not anything critical, so if one of them dies, no big deal. Obviously I do the 3 copies rule for all the important stuff, like family pictures and baby pictures and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's just all my media. I don't, although I have Netflix and Amazon Prime and all that kind of stuff, it annoys me that they take things off. So I like to have my TV shows so I can watch them whenever I want to watch them, not just whenever Netflix decides I want to watch them, and that kind of thing. And I have built up an extensive movie collection over the years, and backing it up there is just so much easier. And we don't have Sky, barely got an aerial plugged into most TVs. It's just so much easier. If I upgrade my server, it means I need a new Susan. Ooh, so you clearly aren't sitting in the same room if you're saying things like that. I'm so rooting for those wrigglers. Yes, I need a win. I had a couple of setbacks. We need a win. Oh yes, for those of you here for the quiz, we've got about 30 minutes to go to the quiz. The theme of some of the special interest questions this week is, well, it was 80s and 90s hot hatchbacks. So I know that there's going to be a significant portion of the audience going, a what? A who? So we've maybe blurred the lines of that theme a little bit, but that's some of the questions. I have I think 3 hard drives. I use them for different things. CT scans can be like 10 gig a scan at most. That's still pretty big. Yeah, pictures these days are ridiculous. I think I was looking at the pictures on my new phone. That was something like a bazillion gigabyte per picture. And you're like, what? Megabyte per picture. Something ridiculous. But 10 gigs quite big for a CT scan. Well, I don't know. Never done one. But yeah, I've got whole movies that are less than 2 gig, and some of them are like 15. And you're like, oh, it's to do with the quality, obviously. So I guess a CT scan could be that high quality that it might need all that. Any plans for a Humphrey Mark II, a Hump 4 perhaps? A Hump 4, I like that. No. That's not to say there are no plans. That's to say I don't have those plans yet. Probably. I've just really not been trying to think about it, to be honest. So I've just left that tank as is for a while. What I'm probably going to do is I have a couple of jobs that I want to do on Mega Tank, and while I've got this tank free, that I can use it to. I've got a couple of jobs I want to drain down Mega Tank, add a couple of things, fix a couple of things that I'm not entirely happy with, and then fill it up again. So while I've got this free, that I can take some of the larger chaps in there for a week or so until I do that job, I might do that. And then I'll start thinking about... My original plan was, this was obviously Humphrey's tank. If you're new here, Humphrey was my pet fish. They're all pet fish, but he was like a special pet fish. He was like an actual water puppy. This was his tank. So he was a flower horn. And my idea was that, because Humphrey was about 4 years old or so, I didn't expect him to live to 10, 12 necessarily, because they are a genetic dumpster fire of a fish. And everything I've read about them is that they generally make it to 4 to 6 years, and that's kind of it. But I hoped I'd get towards the high end of that, so maybe 6 to 8. But anyway, I thought, that's fine. I'll keep him in there, and then the Fahaka puffer, it's easy for me to say, the Fahaka puffer that I've got him in a grow out tank at the moment. I've got him really small. They get to big fish. He would definitely make use of a tank this size. So when Humphrey passed on, the Fahaka would move up. The Fahaka's nowhere near the size, or will be fast growing enough to need this anytime soon. So I've got another 2 sizes of tanks that I can move the Fahaka up to before he needs something this size. So yes, there might be a bit of a gap in the market. I might make this the discus tank. So the tank that the discus are in at the moment would become the spare tank. So either the Fahaka can move into that tank at some point, or if I was to get another flower horn, which I would like to and wouldn't like to. I really, my honest reaction here is I haven't thought about it. I've tried not to think about it for a while, just not nice to think about. Thought, don't need to make any decisions now, I'll just move on and do a thing. But if I was to get another flower horn, he could probably go in the smaller tank for a good long time. And we can always chop and change things and move things around. If my discus breeding goes crazy and I end up with 500 discus, maybe the discus go in mega tank. Who knows? But we're talking years down the road of what we end up doing. I've never been one for chopping and changing tanks all the time. I've always had a kind of plan for most of my bigger tanks of what I want in them and how long things will take to sort out. So we'll see. So, what I was going to say is, I probably do want another fish like that. So the thing I liked about Humphrey is I could go like that and he'd come up and give me the fishy version of a high five. A lot of my other fish would be like, oh, what? Or, why has he done that? Let's hide and go away and hide. Or whatever it is a fish does. Humphrey was very in your face. I couldn't put my hand in it. I cut my finger the other day. And it reminded me of him. It's like, oh, that just looks like the shape of the bite marks that Humphrey's taken out of me before. So you can put your hands in the tank without him going for them. But he would play with me as well. It wasn't just trying to kill me. I mean, I always joked that, yeah, he's trying to kill me. But he was literally playing with me. He would swim around my hand when I was trying to clean things. Every now and again he'd try and take a chunk out of it. But he was that kind of thing. So that type of fish, whether it's a flower horn or something else, is something that I'm interested in keeping again. Because I really enjoyed that. The interaction side of things. And he was a big, beautiful fish. He was very bright. So whether it's a flower horn, and I just don't know if there are other types of fish. Maybe you could let me know. Are there other types of fish out there like that are that way inclined? I know there's lots of fish that are very aggressive, but they're not necessarily very interactive. I don't know whether all flower horns are like that, or that was just a trait of Humphrey. I don't. So, yeah, these are things that I'm going to be looking into over the next couple of months. Not going to make any decisions quickly. I know as I say that, the next time I go into bloody Maidenhead Aquatics or something, I'll be like, oh, look, we've got this blah, blah, blah over here. And I'll be like, yeah, sold. I'll take 2. So, we'll know. I vote we cherish Gordon twice as much for now. Yeah, I mean, Gordon's great in his own way, but it's just not as interactive as that is. He's an awesome fish. You definitely have to have character to get a name in my book. So Gordon, Brian, Humphrey. I don't think I've named any of my other fish. And Gordon and Brian, they were pushing it to get a name. It's only because they are so impactful and big and they're there that they deserve a name, really. Humphrey earned his name. He was a good boy. Anyway, most of the 80s and 90s was my Mark II Escort or my XR3i. Oh, get you. I think discus are like people, dramatic people. They are a bit, aren't they? Yeah. Silver Creek's in the house. Right, we're getting to... Oh, I thought that said 21:45, but it's only 35. So 25 minutes to the quiz, everyone. Just so you're ready. Alex says, I posted some new pictures in the Aquarium pictures section of the Discord. I have the power that we can look at, said Aquarium. Oh, no, don't... I almost closed the live stream there. That would have been funny. Aquarium pictures. Yes, look at this. I don't think this really gives the scale of it properly. But see that down there? That's a fully grown human. No, it's not that big. But it's enormous. So I would urge you to go and have a look at it. Even just the amount of rock that went in. So the last video that Alex put up was about aquascaping and getting all that rock delivered and the massive boulders and everything that went into it. It was, yeah, something else. So jealous, not a leak in sight. All that hard driving computer stuff, just need to know how it all works. I know that would be putting me out of a job. We don't need anyone else knowing about that. Seagate, I never found bad until some of the hardware fell out. I have all different ones just in case. I back up different things depending on priority. That's the key. Is I'm never one for, what am I trying to say? I always assume something will break. So if something's important to me, then I need to have redundancy built in, because I'm not going to rely on things that are really well made by really reputable companies, by really skillful engineers, break. It happens. And if it doesn't happen, I'm an idiot and I will drop it, kick it, smash it, spill water on it, whatever. So build in redundancy, that's all I say. And if you're going to build in the redundancy, then don't pay top dollar for the best necessarily. I pay for good enough. So these aren't the best hard drives. I can't even remember what make they are. I just know that I've got enough of them that if one goes, it doesn't matter. Still got plenty of space. I'm fine with the what? The who? Because that's most of the questions. There are, surprisingly, there's at least 2 fishy questions this week. There might even be 3. I might have got carried away. Who knows? CT scans are usually 1,000 plus images. Well, then that makes sense. Silver Creek, they are not any of the answers. When I talk about, so he says, Fieros and Gremlins, I assume they are cars. This is going to be heavily weighted to the people in the UK who know UK hot hatches, or European hot hatches. And for that I apologise. So I have put in a couple of American-centric questions. You know, the gift that keeps on giving, I'm trying to be kind. I thought you were going to get a pufferfish. I already have a pufferfish, yes. Pufferfish might not be an idea if buying rehomer larger than smaller. Fahaka in that size, not a Mabu. Yeah, Mabu was what I was looking for Mega Tank. It's the Fahaka puffer's the one that I've got, that I was ultimately thinking, yep, you can go in that 5-foot tank. Be quite happy with it. And again, that was the only fish I've kept before that was as personable as the flowerhorn was. And discus would be an epic idea if you could move them if needed. Yeah. Right, what else was I going to say? A mega guppy tank. Could you help me out with the starter breeding for that, Brian? Right, I'm going to give this a rating, because we've not done that in a while. I'm going to go high 9s. That was very enjoyable. So move on to number 2. This is another Sheffield brewery called the Neep's End Brew Company. And this is Coyote, a West Coast IPA with Mosaic, Sabro and Simcoe. Hops, 6.4%. Neep's End is just over there. Not far away at all. And this one is £4.20. So none of these are cheap. Oh, bit of a darker colour, is it? No, maybe not. You've tuned into Man Pours Beer. Definitely a different colour, not quite as hazy, but still perfectly opaque. It's going to end up being one of my profile pictures, isn't it? It's definitely got that fresh citrus smell. It's got that chewy IPA-ness, but there's a bit of an aftertaste of that that's not quite as pleasant as the last one. Not unpleasant, but it's making you go, perfectly serviceable. Have you looked at Paratilapia polleni? Have I said that right? I'm trying... I know it looks like I'm clicking and unclicking that. I'm trying to highlight that name so I can Google it. Ooh. I have not looked at that. A black diamond cichlid. Is that the same as a black nasty? Is that what people call them? Or is that a different thing altogether? I'm really not good with big cichlids. I've never felt the need to get into it. They just always seem too difficult. But I like the look of it. Which is strange because the first fish that, once I get into it with, I'll get my blue dwarf gourami and some neon tetras and stuff like that. But it was discus that got me into fish and started me trying to learn about things and what was needed and all that kind of stuff. But as soon as I started doing that, the very next thing was I found large South American cichlids and went, they're awesome. Oscars, jaguars. And I would join forums and stuff, and people would post pictures of them. I'd be like, "What the hell's that? That's amazing!" Big Texas cichlids and things like that. I was just like, "Wow, they're great." And then it was always like, "Yeah, you need a tank that's 15 feet long. You can only have this combination of fish with it because it will kill everything." And I was a bit like, "Nah," it put me off. So I just kind of gave up because I thought, it's too much like hard work. I'm not going to learn about them. But that looks pretty cool. And they do look cool, so maybe that's what I need to do for my next section of education and learning about that kind of thing. Gets to a good 11 inches. A territorial cichlid in a large aquarium with robust tank mates. I always like that. Robust tank mates. It's going to batter things. So sorry about Humphrey. Yep. Tilapia. Oh god, that tilapia that I did have, it was a beautiful fish, but it was mental. See, I'm looking for something that's on the line of interactive and aggressive and not just mental. Now focus on discus. Yeah, well, maybe. I mean, I have been focusing on discus. They have been in my display tank for the last however many years. And I have brought them down here so I can spend more time with them. So I will always be... discus will always have a place in my heart. Oscars are about the same as flower horns. I do have a couple of Oscars and I do love them. But maybe because they have each other, they don't necessarily interact with me as much. They have the other fish in that tank together and they all got on well, and that in and of itself is a good thing to watch. It was the whole water puppy thing that I liked about Humphrey. Love to see more of Megatank. Well, you will see more of Megatank. I'll probably make a video of all the little tweaks that I want to make to it soon. But yeah, the tank itself's doing fine. The fish are doing great. They're eating me out of house and home. But yeah, everyone's getting on well, and it's doing good. Have I got... I wonder if we could go roaming. I'll see if I've got this. I've not got any of my extra cameras, but I do have my mobile camera set up. Or I did have. What was it called? We need Cameron here. He needs to remind me what. Something to help me set it up. Droid Cam, that was the one. Bear with me while I try this, because it's been a while. You might still be able to hear me, but not see me. Okay. You may be watching a lovely blank screen. I am doing things. Trust me. Just talk amongst yourselves while I try. I'm just proving I'm still here by making strange noises. No, not that. I think we're going to have to give up on this one. Doesn't look like it's happening. I need more practice, more time. Probably because I've set it up on my new phone, so it's no working. Aquarium Adventures, would an cichlid be an option? Maybe. I just don't know that much about the big cichlids, like I was saying. Any thoughts on the etiology? There's a word I've never seen before. The cause. No. I mean, Humphrey still is in the freezer. I think I mentioned it last week that I was thinking about reaching out to some places to see whether we could do a fishy autopsy, just because it would make like an interesting video rather than me being so heartbroken I need to know the cause of death. But they just sound like scams. So no, I don't. Over £3,000 of rock, yes, indeed. Can you see more of the discus? Not right now, unless I move out of the way. But because the lights are off and it's over there, and this is the only camera I have working at the moment. I did have the GoPro that I could go mobile with, but I've taken that upstairs. Phil, the man himself. I was just telling everyone that this arrived in the post today. So if you are just joining, these are available to buy now. They're in stock, ready to go. So, giving to a good cause, just do that little last push. $6.99 gets you this calendar anywhere in the UK. The calendar themselves donated very kindly by Phil over at Elite Logos for You. And you can give to two great causes. More can be learned about this in Discord. Up there. Graham, what is your day job? Oh, there's a question. It changes on a day-to-day basis. Depending what day or time you ask me, I'm either a solutions architect, a technical delivery manager, a technical account manager. I think I'm about to be an account director or a client relationship partner. I wear many hats. I work in IT. That's maybe the easiest answer. I know nothing about cars. Yes, there are going to be some questions about cars, right? So if you are interested in the quiz, which is going to be about 9 minutes away, I will now find the quiz. I'll pre-warn you, for the last 3 weeks in a row, we've started the quiz, it has immediately crashed, and we've started it again and it's been fine, so just be prepared to join twice. It is general knowledge, as well as some fishy stuff. But we also have, whoever wins the quiz gets to pick a specialist subject for the following week's quiz. So last week's winner chose 80s and 90s hatchbacks. So there'll be a few questions loosely around that theme. Because you can be specific. So if you win tonight, you can pick anything you want. I think generally we say the rules is it has to be something that would be submissible for Mastermind as your specialist subject. But I might take a little bit of artistic license. So there's a few questions about that, a few questions about general stuff. The answers are in the form of question, 4 possible answers, you pick the correct answer. The fastest to click gets the most points. So if you have no idea, just click quickly, and if you're lucky, you'll get the most points. And also, I'm the quizmaster, so what's correct is what I think's correct, which isn't always what's actually correct, and that adds a pleasing element of mystery. So whatever website told me a thing, I will repeat it to you. Let me get the link. Oh, that's a bit loud. I'll turn that down as well. Link copied. So we're aiming to start this in about 7 minutes. So 10 o'clock UK time. There is the link. Jump in. The answer is James May for everything. I feel like it's cheating to give you this, but it's not for any of them. Sorry. I like that one. Freshwater Theology. I can drive a car. I have the surname, which is the name of a car. I do not know cars. I've tried to expand the subject a little bit, so you might be able to get in on some general knowledge. I have a problem. Question. I have a problem. Susan is determined to name every fish. She won't let me call the fry Bob, but she named the 2 fry that escaped in the main tank, Luna and Myrtle. I think she has a problem. Yeah, my daughter's a bit like that. She wanted to call my Fahaka pufferfish Blowy. And all my Australian viewers were like, no, don't do that. That means something different down here. No. But she wants to name every fish. Whereas I think naming it is just... you have to reach a certain level to get named. Fish Vet, did I join at a good moment? Evening all. Oh, you should be proud of me as my beer mentor. I've gone local and gone to my first non-supermarket beers. I've gone for this made in Sheffield Little Critters. Sabertooth. I admitted earlier I bought that because it said brew on the can and it made me think of home. Well, it was Iron Brew. I didn't realise that was actually one of the hops. We're currently enjoying the Neepsend Brew Company Coyote. I've now forgotten how to say that word. Coyote. That. Which isn't as nice. This one, very nice. The high 9s I gave this. But yes, the quiz is ready to go. We are about 4 minutes away from kickoff. We've got someone's called himself Purple Burglar Alarm, which is hard for me to say. So thanks for that. I hope you don't win, so I don't have to read your name out much. My surname is not the name of the car I drive, though. Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? I feel like I can't say it because that would be like doxing you or something, but she's the name of a posh car, and those who know her will know that. Paratilapia poleni. See, look at this, rolling off the tongue with the Latin. Sassy but beautiful. They look ugly as babies, but really grow into their beauty. Do Oscars have that sort of personality? What, the same as the... I mean, that's it. I don't know if the personality was that individual fish, or whether it's all flower horns. So, I don't know. Right, I'm miles behind here, sorry. Peacock bass. Yeah, that's another one that I've wanted to have, but I don't think I could have them in that tank. Discus are very interactive. They are, yeah. Every time you make a sudden movement, they all shove off and hide behind things. No, it's not that bad. Right. Yep, there we go. We've been kicked out. I knew that would happen. At least now we can predict it. So the quiz has now crashed, as it does every week. I'm now going to have to log back in again. What number are we on? What live stream is this? 138. So I do apologise, everyone, but at least we did it before we started. We're going to have to log again. The game crashed. I apologise, but in fairness, it's not my fault. So the new link, I knew it would happen. Are we ready? Go! King Kong parrotfish, do not like. The guy that had... I don't like parrotfish in general, but the guy that gave me Gordon, my giant snakehead, now has King Kong parrots. And I get it, they're big fish and colourful, but I just don't like them. Where would you say is the best fish shop just south of Sheffield? Just south of Sheffield, I'd probably go for Wharf, because that's just south of Sheffield. If you want to stay within Sheffield, it's kind of slim pickings within Sheffield. So the Maidenhead Aquatics in Sheffield is pretty good, I think. They have fairly knowledgeable staff, fairly large-sized shop with lots of options, and it changes quite a lot. So, I mean, I've not been for a while, but when I used to go, I used to take my daughter to her gymnastics class, which gave me 2 hours to kill, so I would spend that 2 hours at Maidenhead Aquatics. I'd go every week, and they always had new stuff in, and new and interesting stuff, so it wasn't like you just went and they just had more of the same stuff again. There was always like, oh, we've got this in, we've got that in, we've got the other in, so I quite like that. Would you use liquid rubber again if you built another tank? Yes, I would. I think all the failures and problems I've had with my mega tank has not been the liquid rubber's fault. It's been my fault. It's been my poor construction. It's skimping in certain areas. I wouldn't use just liquid rubber. So my original intention was to just use liquid rubber with the Geotex fabric. I don't think I'd do that. I'd definitely bulk up on the bracing and the braces and use the epoxy, but I'd be happy to use liquid rubber. That's not caused me any problems at all. Wharf, yep, that's not that far south of Sheffield. Scott, out his deathbed. Hope you're alright, Scott. I live about 10 minutes from Wharf. I love it, but I wondered if there were any other gems nearby. It's probably the best fish shop I've ever been to. I say that as someone that doesn't go to all that many fish shops, but it's the best one I've ever been to. I've never been to Pier, so take that with a pinch of salt. I've never been to some of the other big ones, but I don't think you'll get better than that round here. After seeing Graham's videos on auctions, that seems like a fun day out. It is. I mean, I do moan about the auctions because they can be a bit of a pain, but you see some stuff every now and again. Right, we are 2 minutes past, so are we ready? I'm going to just scroll past in there, assuming everything's going to be fine, and are we ready to go? Enjoy the game, says Skating on her. Nice to see you. You're not playing? You should play. Anyway, are we ready? Drum roll, please. 22 players. Let's get going. Good luck, everybody. There you go, first hot hash question. The VW Golf GTI is a classic hot hatch, but what does the GTI stand for? Is it gear turbo injection, Grand Touring injection, Golf turbo injection, or Graham's terrible idea? See, hot hatch based, hot hatch adjacent. It was, of course, Grand Touring injection. 9 people got that one. SJH in and at under 3.7 seconds. A mediocre bowl. Question number 2. From which country does Manchego cheese originate? England, Spain, Wales, or France? Oh, I'm depriving you of the music. It's from Spain. Timbo. I feel the need to say Timbo like timber for some reason. There is going to be prizes here. I'm aware of people who've won over the last few weeks haven't had the prizes yet. I will get on top of that. Which country's flag is this? Is it Japan, Taiwan, North Korea, or South Korea? So the prize will be some arbitrary thing that I find lying around in the fish room. So you're not missing much, but you know, I will get back on top of things. Is the mic, is the volume to your liking now, everyone? It's not too loud enough. It was South Korea. Which car maker is credited with creating the car that coined the term hot hatch? Lancia, Alfa Romeo, Mercedes, or Volkswagen? Juggler has just reminded me something. Yes, we're in December now, so from now on, we're accruing points. I'm going to have to start making notes. It was Lancia. It was Lancia 144 or something like that. It was the first ever hot hatch. then an Alfa Romeo popularised it, and then everyone else thought it was a Golf GTI was the first hot hatch. But anyway, which US state is this? Is it Florida, Texas, Alaska, or California? This is to make up for all the Ford Escort questions. It's California. I thought I would get a few people with Florida on that one, because I didn't realise how much California looked like a penis either. Question 6. Which Kylie Minogue song was released first? There's my daughter's question. I farm out questions to the rest of my family. The Integrale, yes, I think that was first hot hatch. That was better than the devil you know. Oh, I'm going to get copyright claimed again. Nobody wanted to get that one right, did they? The real juggler, though, did get it right. The locomotion would have been too easy. What did What Car magazine name as the best hot hatch of 2023? Is it the Ford Fiesta ST, the Hyundai i20N, the Audi S3, or the Golf R? I'll be back in a second with a new beer. So when you don't know these questions, you just guess quickly. Now we're on to the Macaw Blimey. Another Little Critters Sheffield Brewery 7.7 DIPA. It was the Hyundai. £5.20 this one. Which seed is commonly used on top of burger buns? Is it pumpkin, chia, flax, or sesame? Well, I don't know what's happened, but the first two beers seem to have removed my sense of smell. I now have a blocked nose. I can't smell anything with that. Oh, what a colour though. It's more of an opaque, proper hazy. Of course it was sesame. That's a nice looking beer. Ooh, that one's nice as well. According to botanists, which of these is a berry? Intimating that only one of these is a berry. I'll give you a clue. It's the only one that's not got the name berry in it. It's a tomato, or tomato, depending where you come from. What would be the correct plural to describe more than one fish of multiple species? Fish, shoal, school, or fishies? This is that wordy question for 50% of the people to just give up and guess one, the other 50 to actually read it and go, nope, that makes sense, and then the other one just to get annoyed with me. It's fishies. It me! Got that one. Halfway through. Question 11. Who makes the Sienna range of aquariums? Fluval, Clear Seal, Dennerley, or Jewel? This is to help the Americans because I think it was released there first, so you had it for longer. It's a Fluval. Well done, Brian. Under 2 seconds. Always nice to see. What fish is this? I think everyone got that one. If anyone gets this wrong, they're banned from playing next week. Nice this. Of course it's a discus. So I've been playing with my silhouettes and I managed to get a place that looked a bit like a discus. But I thought that was a bit harsh. But look out for that in future weeks when I run out of material. Which of these hot hatches has the highest stock brake horsepower? Golf Mark II, Nova GTE, Peugeot 205 GTI 1.9 or an Escort RS Turbo? I have them all written down here so I can tell you, because you've probably already answered. The Golf has 127, the Nova has 100, the Escort has 132, and the 1.9 GTI has 128. So it was the Escort, which is ridiculously low numbers. But in the 80s and 90s, that was like supercar speeds they were capable of because they were so light and so basic. What is the UK's lowest recorded temperature? This is obviously in Celsius. Is it minus 21.9, 14.4, 32.3 or 27.2? It feels like it's one of those tonight, but I know it's not. It's only minus 1.5 at the moment. You all have fast Escorts? Yeah, check out the Escort RS Cosworth. That was a beast. It was minus 27.2. What is the fear of hot hatches or cars called? The fear of cars. Antichophobia, amaxophobia, autophobia or brumlophobia? Antichophobia, amaxophobia, autophobia or brumlophobia? It's amaxophobia. I got you all with my autophobia. Bahaha. Sorry. Question 16. Which of these cars is fastest to 62 miles an hour? A Ferrari Testarossa, an Audi S3, a Lamborghini Countach or a Sierra RS Cosworth? Dad, you've already probably answered it. It's the hot hatch of the bunch. And it's not even close. the Audi S3 by a long way. The new Audi S3 is a sub 4 second car. Ice hockey is broken down into how many periods? 2, 3, 4 or 5? Got to admit, I did not know the answer. But it's 3. Am I a Steelers fan? I've been to one Steelers game. So, yes, because I've been to 0 any other team's games. I used to work with the guy who was the mascot for the Steelers. Now That's What I Call Music is the world's best-selling compilation album, having just released the 116th edition. Which artist has appeared most? So of all the Now That's What I Call Music 1 through to That's What I Call Music 116, which artist has appeared most on those albums? Robbie Williams, Madonna, Kylie Minogue or U2? I was surprised by this. Robbie Williams. Who knew? All but 6 of you, yeah. Penultimate question, how many elements are on the periodic table as of 2023? Sheffield Steelers, yes, that's the one I meant as well. I was considering the question, how many elements on the periodic table are represented by one letter? Bonus questions if you know the answer to that. But it's 118. Shadow, and they're number 1. In second place, I think it's going to be tough to take over. What was voted the most important hot hatch feature of the 90s by Max Power readers? Max Power being like a modifying car magazine in the 90s. Was it detachable stereo head unit, ABS, an MOT, or body kit? MOT, for our American friends, is like the license that your car is roadworthy and you can drive it for a year. It was a detachable stereo head unit. Slawen, third, Shadow, second, and yet again Juggler comes in first by a whopping margin of, quick maths, 64 points. Well done. What can we say? We can say, well done, Juggler. So you, yet again, get to pick the... Oh, look at that. That was a hard quiz. I'm sorry, everyone. We're going to have to make that hard. So, I'm going to reserve veto rights on whatever Juggler picks as the special subject for next week, but we'll see. Only 40% of their questions were correct. Look at that. Scott got second place, only getting half the questions right, as did just about everyone else. Purple Burglar... God, that's hard to say. I'll say it with my English accent. Purple Burglar Alarm got 55% correct. Yeah, 50% all the way down there. Poor old Rebecca, 157 points. But got the same amount of questions correct as Scott. Carbon's wrong, says Juggler. Well, I enjoyed looking up that anyway. Sheesh, what's happened to the 80s motors? Well, I've tried to make it a little bit more broad. But you know, that's quite telling to me. So Juggler, the choice is yours. I hope you are. And I 100% am working on a Christmas quiz. If I give you one tip now, it's work out all the days of Christmas. Is it 8 maids a milking? Or is it 8 lords a leaping? Or is it 5 gold rings? Yeah, all that jazz. There'll be a special Christmas quiz. But just to... Big face. Just to reiterate what we're doing, I've obviously got to have some kind of Christmas special, and I'll catch up on the last couple of weeks' quizzes. But for December... Do I want to do this? Yeah, all the quizzes for December. Let me just... I'm doing this on the fly, so my brain's not quite working, and I've also had 3 beers now, so, you know. Right, this week, next week, and the following week, so the 1st, the 8th, and the 15th are all going to be combined into one prize. So we're going to take the scores from tonight, so the points that you got tonight, we're going to carry them forward into next week, and then the following week. And after the 15th, I will collate all the points that you have scored in all 3 quizzes, and one person will get a prize, and it might be a bit of a better prize than random tat that I find lying around. Then on the 22nd, which will be the Christmas quiz, we'll do a one-off special, and it'll be Christmas themed with Christmas questions, and we'll do another one-off prize for that one. And then the 29th, I don't know what we'll do then. But from then onwards, we'll do all the Fridays in a calendar month will be collated, totted up, and a half-decent prize put together. I don't want to go further than saying half-decent prize because, you know, there's only so many Fluval flicks thanks I can send out, or lights, or whatever it is, whatever it might be. So the half-decent prizes, you know, people could unsubscribe, start watching my videos, and I don't get any money out of YouTube whatsoever, so I can't afford to do jack. I've had a good month this month, so that's fine, but, you know, normally I would just about break even. So we'll do all the calendar Fridays in a month, tot up the prizes, the points rather, and then give a decent prize to someone rather than giving a crap prize every week, if that makes sense. This is... I've just spotted a problem. I don't know if you have my scores, because my name haven't had Nabo for a few weeks. This is going to present a problem. So, for instance... And that was one of the things I was thinking about there. Juggler, I know who that is. Shadow, I know who that is. Slawin, Shelley, Purple Burglar Alarm. Who's that? So... what's the timestamp? It is 22:25. Please type it into the chat who you are. If you're in the top 10, who are you? 22:25. And then in the future quizzes, have some kind of identifiable name. That's all I can ask for, really. So we can keep this going. Unless anybody wants to volunteer to do the admin for the quiz, because it's a proper ball ache. But that's my plan. So after the stream, I can then go back to the chat at 22:25 and check out who everyone's name is. I'll put together a spreadsheet, and then I can say, you've got that many points so far. In fact, everyone, tell me what your name is. Everyone. If you played the quiz, tell me what your quiz name was. Because, you know, you might have got 90 points this week. next week and the week after that you might get 300 and be the winner. So yeah, whoever you are, stick your name down. We can't see the scoreboard though. That's fine. You don't have to see the scoreboard. Just tell me what your name was this week. Now, the next thing you type right now is your name in the quiz. What's that noise? My phone made a new noise. Who knows? So, for instance, who's Taco Cheese? Who's Mona Lee? Who's Taco? Who's the real juggler? Who's M. Lebo? I'm imagining that's M. Lebo. But do you get what I mean? So just type out right now your name in accordance with your quiz name, and then I'll use that for a spreadsheet to track these scores. Please make it easy for me. It me. Simon, I want to call you a swear word there. I'm purple burglar alarm. The only thing I remember is I've got to get the goldfish. That's all that I care about. And you did. You're there. You got it. I'm not paying you, Blukit. Shut up. You won't even run properly without crashing. And what we're playing for here is an aquarium light. Ta-da! So December and Christmas is going to be an aquarium light. That's the big reveal. I feel like we should have some kind of drum roll. You're playing for an aquarium light. Woo! Yay! So we'll give away. In fact, what will we give away? We'll give away one of these. And maybe one of the other ones that I tested recently, like for the smaller tanks, we've got the... What was the one with the remote control that I quite liked? Yeah, we'll try that one. Is there limits on the country regarding the lights? Yes. Yes, there is. It's only for UK people. For anyone else that plays, you only win bragging rights. I'll give you some kind of Amazon voucher or something like that, but I'm not sending you a light, sorry. And the Amazon voucher will not cover the cost of a light, because I'm cheap. So, this is a UK only competition. All the US competitions out there, this is payback time. You either get to... I'll decide on this in the coming weeks. But either it'll be the highest ranking UK player, or I might give pass-through rights to whoever wins. So if you're the top rated player and you are based in Outer Mongolia, you can pick who you... No, that's not fair, is it? No. Top rated UK player. No, I don't know. I'll think about this. I'm not committing right now to anything other than saying I'm not posting this bloody light to Canada. It's okay, the US is not going to win the competition. No, but I need to make some... I want you to play the game, and I want you to get something for playing the game. So if you're in the US and you win, we'll sort something out, but I'm just not posting you that. It's just whether or not I then let you choose who to give the light to, or we give it to the next top highest UK player. I will decide later. Payback for what? Not paying your taxes. Payback for all the competitions that are on YouTube and various other places saying this is only open to US residents. So this is only open to UK, and I'm not even saying that. It's open to everyone, but I'm not posting the bloody light to anywhere else but the UK. Yeah, that's the vibe I'm going for, Juggler. No need to set rules. The quiz is a bit of fun. Yeah, I feel like I'm tying myself in legal knots here. I don't know quite what's going on. So it's just for fun. Just for fun. Oh, we've got a suggestion. ivypanda.com. Is that another quiz site? Oh, tongue twisters. Why has that not worked? Let's cut off the thing so I can't see the rest of it. That's what's happening right now. I can't see that link though. Oh no, we've sorted it. Scots or Scottish tongue twisters. Well, I should be good at this because I can say that. So Bralbricks moonlit night. It's a lovely moonlit night tonight. Lang may your lum reek, long may your chimney smoke. As in, I hope you don't die soon. As in, I hope you're still alive to have a fire every evening. Mony a mickle makes a muckle. Yep, many a penny makes a pound. I knew that one. These are all sayings that I've heard before. Here's to us who's like us, damn few, and they're all dead. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? That's not a Scottish one, as far as I'm aware. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Now that reminds me of the time I had to get my appendix out. Which will mean nothing to anyone unless my mum's watching. Because we went to the beach and I had appendicitis and it hurt like hell, and my uncle just did that over and over again because I was screaming. Anyway, Irish wristwatch, Swiss wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. Ah, you got me there. Irish wristwatch, Swiss. Oh no, I can't do that one. Irish wristwatch. Okay, come on, Graham, you can do this. I can't even say Irish now. Irish wristwatch, Swiss wristwatch. Irish wristwatch, Swiss wristwatch. Wristwatch? Okay, no, can't do that one. The seething sea caseth, and thus the seething sea suffoceth us. What? That's not even words. The seething sea caseth, and thus the seething sea suffoceth us. Suffoceth. She sells seashells by the seashore. If a toad does what a toad does a toad do what a toad ought to do? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Red lorry, yellow lorry. How can a clam cram in a clean cram can? No, that's not what it says. How can a clam cram in a clean cream can? The seething sea ceaseth, and thus the seething sea suffoceth. These just aren't words. I think a good 9 out of 10 I got out there. Aquarium Adventures, why don't we go with if a non-UK person wins, send an Amazon voucher and move the like prize to the following month. No, I want to do once a month. I want to be true to my UK brethren. That we give away a prize once a month. That's what I want to go for. And the prizes, I will run out of expensive shit to give you, so the prizes will eventually turn into an Aquarium Adventures hoodie, and then Aquarium Adventures food, and stuff like that. So, make the most of it while you've got it going. That's all I can say. Right. Oops, broken something. Am I still live even? No, we appear to be. That's alright. It's not updating though. So, don't worry about it just now. I will, without having had 2 and a bit beers, think about the specific rules, but keep in mind, it's all just a bit of fun. I've got a couple of prizes to send out for the last few weeks, which we will do, and we'll get that sorted out, and that will be random tap from around the fish room. But we'll give away a couple of decent prizes on the run up to Christmas. So, just to make it like a little bit of a better thing. One last push, if you have just come for the quiz. The Aquarium Adventures calendar is here in person. Physical form. I thought this was quite fitting. December is good old Humphrey. Rest in peace and all that. He gets to be the last one of the year. So I get reminded of being a fish murderer for another year. It is what it is. So, we've reached that point in the quiz where I've run out of things to say, and I will happily just sit here and drink this. Unless anyone asks me some questions. My fishy plans for the next week are absolutely nothing. Like I said, I've got a couple of things I want to do with Mega Tank. So I might drain Mega Tank, just because it'll be easier to do some of the pipe work stuff that I fancied doing with that. But other than that, I've no plans to buy more fish or any of that kind of stuff. We're riding this out till next year before we start changing things again. The biggest thing that will happen is I'll dick about with Mega Tank and probably cause a leak. And hopefully we'll get some fry and do a few more videos on the fry raising videos. But other than that, I'm kind of out of things to do. Sorry, I was just reading something else while that was going on. Right, so let me scroll back and see if there was any more that I got. Dogs. Choose dogs. I think that's for Juggler, who's got to pick dogs. Have you had any thoughts? Have I missed that comment? Dogs might not be a bad one. That's kind of universal as well. I can choose 2 or 3 options to answer, not just 4 to help us out. Nope. I can. I'm not going to. Oh, The Life and Times of Mega Tank by Juggler. I don't know if I prefer dogs. But I do like your thinking. People will have to watch all your videos to gin up on the answers. Ah, clever. '29 on Aquarium Adventures 2023 review quiz. I did have that planned. Well, maybe not that, but just, well, Mostly that, actually. Yeah, planned for the last one of the New Year's Eve. Big fat quiz of the year type thing. Yeah, like Scott says there, big fat quiz of the year. Well, get the parents involved, Rebecca. More viewers. It won't just be fishy stuff, as you have seen. There'll be a few. I've run out of things to ask about fish. I've now exhausted the knowledge of even things I don't know about fish. I don't know enough about the things I don't know about to ask questions about the things I know about. Does that make sense? Probably not. So at this point, it's just a pub quiz. Right, there's everybody's names. Oh dear. Right. I'm a bit worried that nobody has made a comment for like 12 minutes or something like that. Am I still live? How do we check that? Well, I appear to be. Someone say something just to reassure me that you're there. Otherwise, we're going to go on to the part of the show where I say, if you fancy carrying on after the live stream, which in theory has another 15 minutes to go, we've got the Discord channel up there. It's a nice friendly place where you can share pictures, stories, ask questions without having anyone jump down your throat like you would on some unnamed Facebook groups. You can also go down below. There will be some buttons you can click. One of them being subscribe. One of them being, I think that's it, isn't it? No, join. That's the one we say. You can join the channel for exclusive member perks. There aren't any. Well, there are, but you know, just know that if you click that join button, you're just helping me out. I'm not going to do any extra. I think we've come to the realisation that there's not enough hours in the day for me to do my normal job as well as do this and then do extra. So you're just helping me out at that point. It's truly appreciated, but you know, just calling it as it is. There's probably a super chat button. Knock yourself out. Again, totally appreciated, but not required. Go and watch a video. That's my one thing I would ask you to do is go and watch another video or send a video of mine to someone else to watch. That's all we really want. I say we, it's just me. It's all I really want. All I want for Christmas is you to share my videos. That almost went wrong. If you're not after... Oh, you can do that. There you go. Simon Littlefield has become a member. Oh, my balls. You can see how long you've been a member. Is my chat just frozen? Because none of you are saying anything. There we go. Things have happened. I was about to say, if you do want to continue your fishy YouTube journey, you can go and watch Cold Water Aquatics, who's probably going to be streaming just after this. Right, something's happened. Scottish tongue twisters, yeah, I think I got the Scottish ones though, because they were easy to say. It's a Brabrecht Moonlicht nicht the nicht. These are very confusing. They're not. I like the fact that they give both original and English though. As if that doesn't make sense. I mean, it's a Brabrecht Moonlicht nicht the nicht. What else is it going to mean? Your fire's gone out. No. It's a lovely, it's a bra, lovely, bricht, bright, moonlicht, moonlit, Nicht. Night. The nicht. Night. Easy. The one that I always used, it was this one. Not that it confused me, but Lang me your Lumreek, that was something you'd see on like cards and stuff, like Christmas cards, or leaving cards, or just like general messages. Lang me your Lumreek, they would say. And it was just one of those sayings that you were like, yeah, that's something people say to people in these situations without knowing what the hell it meant. And it wasn't until, what does it mean? And it does mean this, long may your chimney smoke. And you're like, right, okay. But why would you say that to someone? Long may your chimney smoke. What does that mean? And then you have to look to the next level going, because if your chimney's smoking, it means you're in there. And if you're in there, it means you're alive. And it literally means, I hope you stay alive. The best Scottish tongue twisters, poke my hone, you halavasta. That means kiss my ass, you bastard. In Scots Gaelic. Here's one from Coro. Moses supposes his toesies are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. For Moses, he knowsies his toesies aren't roses, as Moses supposes his toesies to be. KJE Aquatics. Sup yourself. Hope you're well. I like the normal prizes. Well, maybe we'll do more normal prizes as well then. Who knows? Right, that's it. Juggler has spoken. Next week's quiz specialist subject is Megatank. Go and watch the Megatank playlist and you will be able to answer all the questions in Megatank. Any more IT courses? I don't know how much I should really talk about this, but I made the mistake of applying for a new job recently. And I have been inundated with, here's some things to support your new job. Why don't you do this course, that course, the other course, have a mentor, have a mentee, have you seen this 5-hour video on this subject? And have you got this? Can you just help this guy out with it? You're like, for fuck's sake. So, as proud as I was of passing my Azure Solution Architect Pro Expert exam, it's been a curse. A curse, I tell you. It's totally screwed up my quiet life that I had. Got me loads of extra things to do. Question, as my dog will be 20 soon, not got much longer with him, what city has the best aquarium or sea life centre? What? You want to take your dog to the best aquarium? It's a good question. I have been to a fair few sea life centres. Sorry for your dog being old, but that's pretty good. 20. I'm going to say the one that's on, is it Windermere? Lake Windermere? I like that one. That's my guess. Here's a question for you. What's the best fishy bargain? These are all the questions I got when I thought everything had crashed, isn't it? What's the best fishy bargain you have got from Marketplace? It is... Not that you can see them. But that entire top row of tanks up there cost me £10. So it's 4 tanks. It's got to be the best bargain. What's on your Christmas list? Any fishy presents or any idea for the fishy folks out there? A forward-thinking YouTuber would make a video right now saying what to buy your fishy partner for Christmas, and then put a bunch of Amazon affiliate links. I don't have any ideas. I will probably sit and think of some over the weekend or next week. What was that noise? And make that video just to maximise my revenue and do all those good things that you have to do. But I haven't thought about it so far. Fishy presents. I mean, there's quite a few things on Temu and stuff that I quite liked that I didn't think I would like, and I've used more than I thought I would use, so there might be a bit of a slant on that. I did have a couple of plans suggested by people like Scott, and I think Nabo suggested some of these as well. To be totally open and honest, December on YouTube is a bit of a free-for-all. The ad revenue in December is much higher than any other month in the year. Obviously, I made a couple of Temu videos which did really well for me this year, so I was planning to make another Temu video and wasn't really sure what to make, but thinking that if I make it in December and I get the same kind of traction, it'll be quids in, and that'll pay for a couple of months worth of expenses, prizes, all that kind of stuff. And my plan was to go and do an all aquarium, an all Temu aquarium. So I buy the tank, I buy the filter, I buy the heater, I buy the decorations, substrate, this, that, and the other. But it's really hard. They just don't sell all the same things together. The biggest tank they sell is about that size. So I'm not quite sure where we're going to go with that, but maybe there will be some kind of Christmas present ideas for the aquarist in your life. There's a kind of general standard videos that I've made every single year is, before Christmas I make a buy these things for your partner or whatever it is before Christmas, with a bunch of affiliate links. I mean, I'm not showing you behind the curtain or anything here by saying these things, I don't think anyway. And then after Christmas, I make this is how much money I made on YouTube in 2023, it'll be this year. Because they do quite well as well. Where I show you the warts and all. Well, I did well in this video, I thought this was a great idea and it bombed. I thought this was a crap idea and it flew. And we show you all that kind of stuff. So that's as far as I've got with the planning. I've just been really busy at work. Proper work gets properly in the way. I think I'd be a much better YouTuber if I didn't have a job. Not that I'm hoping to not have a job. But you know. Did Rebecca's parents' quiz scores count towards her total? Well, maybe we could work something out. Yeah. My parents are more politics, history, and art and fashion. I can squeeze some of those kind of questions in there. You know, just give me a little nod and a wink and let me know if they're going to be joining, and I'll I'll design a quiz that'll help them. Final quiz is made up of questions only from the previous quizzes. Oh, that could be like a quiz of all quizzes. It's funny you should say that. My sister would be there, so questions on woodworking in ancient Athens is her topic. I almost put in a couple of ancient Greek questions tonight, so they might come next week. If you had someone scape the tank to your right, you know someone who could or would. I don't have a tank to my right. To your right? This one. If I had someone scape it, do you know someone who could or would? I know someone that could. I don't know if they would. I kind of think I could. I'm just not really professional. Right, we're getting to the last 5 minutes. I'm English, we use English. I understand countryside. Northern needs a translator though. The further north you go, the less understandable the language is. Well, no, that's not true. I'm going to tell you my favourite story about when I first moved to Sheffield. There's a place in Sheffield, an area of Sheffield in the city centre called the Moor. So, as a proud Glaswegian, I assumed this was pronounced moor. Like, let's go for a walk on the moor. Have you seen... There's been some murders on the moor. There's the Moors murders. Look at that, it's a moor hen. So I needed to get to the moor, so got onto a bus and said, "Hello, bus driver, one to the moor, please." And he went, "Do you mean the moor?" I went, "No, I mean the moor. I want to go to the moor, not the moor." We call it the moor. Oh, incorrectly, I assume then, because that's not how it's spelt. He went, "What do you mean?" I thought, "What noise does a cow make?" He said, "Moo." Stick an R on the end, and what do you get? You get to walk. And he drove away. Haunts me to this day that I was one-upped by a bus driver. So, language makes a difference. Your accent does sound half English now. Question mark. I hope that's a question, not a statement, because my accent does not sound half English now. Only my Scottish friends say that. Dr. Awesome's in the house. Howdy, Graham. We were just talking about you. And we'll use this time, for the last 5 minutes, to plug the calendar. 50% of the profits from this are going to Dr. Awesome and his awesome Amazon Research Centre for the... So go and buy a calendar. Links in description. They're not, but Tenacious Pencils will find those links. For places dogs can visit, Cotswold... There's loads of places dogs can visit. Yeah. Me and Susan... Well, Lake District then. That doubles it up. I'd go with the Lake District one because there's a ticket you can buy for... It takes you to... It might not be a sea life centre. It might just be the aquarium. But whatever it's called, you can go in the aquarium, you get lunch, and then you get to do a cruise on the lake. And it's all one big thing. And it's great. My dad knows more about music than me. I think he saw Bon Jovi live. He also likes that Led... Oh, God, you're killing me, Rebecca. Led Zeppelin's not a guy. It's a band. If you really make it as a YouTuber, will you go on I'm a Celebrity? No, but I would like to switch on some Christmas lights. That's kind of my goal. Would I go on I'm a Celebrity? I don't fancy chewing on some kangaroo. No. Oh, I don't know. Can you make a discus explaining the domestic strains, for example, eruption? No, I can't. I'd love to, but I can't because I don't understand it. One man's eruption's another man's leopard, and one man's leopard's another man's blood eagle. It's all to do with the specific breeders that they come from. They just pick names. There's like 3 types of discus, and then there's 300 names of strains of discus. So it's really hard. I was trying to think in terms of someone... Oh, but I could escape it myself, yeah. So I have George Farmer's number, and he does reply to my emails every now and again. But whether he would come and scave a tank for me is a different question. What challenge in I'm a Celeb would you most hate? To be honest, I think I could do any of them. I don't watch I'm a Celebrity, so it's been a while since I've looked at what the challenges are, but I might think twice before eating something like an eyeball. That might put me off, but most things I think I could just grin and bear it. Oh, yeah, tank full of spiders, whatever, they're not going to kill me. Or if they try, someone will fix me. The thing that would throw me off would be heights. I have an inexplicable, to me, fear of heights. I can't handle heights. I can't handle me being up high. I can't handle seeing other people up high. Just anything about being up high, my body shuts down and I just go into like no, can't compute. No, it's not happening. So as much as I would try and rationalise everything, I'd be like, okay, this kangaroo testicle. 2 days from now, this will be out of my system. But climb this ladder? No, because I could die. I almost certainly won't, but I could, and therefore my body will now go into some kind of brain freeze for the next 5 minutes. I hate it. I can't understand it. Right, we're there. We're past time. Heights is an age thing. Well, it might be, because I don't remember being scared of heights when I was a kid. It wasn't until I had kids and it properly scared me. Not the heights obviously scared me, but it scared me the fact that I was scared of heights all of a sudden. We take the kids when they were in pram size, we take them to all kinds of places, go and visit castles and all that kind of stuff. One of the castles we went to, no, in fact it was a lighthouse. One of the lighthouses we went to, we climbed up the lighthouse and everything, and I had my wife and 2 kids at that point. So my wife and my 2 kids, they walked out onto the observation deck of the lighthouse, and they're going, oh wow, we can see for miles, oh this is great, this is whatever. And as soon as I stepped out, I just had this, I could feel it. It was like an extra 10 gravities on top of me. I was just like, whoa, and I melted into the side of this wall. And it wasn't just because it was my wife and kids. Everyone that was there, I was like, you're all going to die. What are you all doing? Just walking around like it's nothing here. And it wasn't a massive lighthouse or anything. But, oh God, I felt sick. I felt my heart clamping up. I felt everything going wrong. I didn't understand what was happening to me. And that was the bit that was scaring me more than anything else. I was like, am I dying? What's happening here? And like my 2 kids running about going, hey, this is great, Dad. And I'm going, no, get away from the edge. Bending metal bars down with my hands. Oh, God. Did not like it. Anyway, so there you go. That's my greatest fear. Do not put me on I'm a Celebrity and send me up a ladder. I'll be useless at it. Go and watch Cold Aquatics. Tell them Graham sent me. If you don't want to do that, they've got Discord over here. If you don't want to do that, have a nice evening. But go and check out one of my other videos. See you next week. Bone up on all things Megatank for next week's quiz, and I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope you get to watch my next video of me getting some free swimming discus fry. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Bye!